here comes this bitch, and it is beautiful.
I'm in love with this little Viper guy.
You care nothing for the people that are in you, do you, car?
Welcome to Retro Cars Forever. My name is Brad, and this is episode 9 of a 10-part series, and frankly, this is my favorite episode. Don't tell the other cars. For this social experiment, I've gathered 10 single women, 10 single guys, and their 10 different cars. Our panel of single ladies are going to react and rank all the cars based on how likely they'd want to date the owners, just based on their vehicles. Here are the results so far. The Jeep Wrangler has maintained the lead, but coming up right behind in second and third are a pair of modern normcore cars that have done way better with the ladies than I bet most car enthusiasts would have expected. We'll see if the Viper can do any better, and if it can beat out its natural nemesis, the Corvette. But right now, let's get to know today's challenger and the owner.
Let's get it going. My name's Harag. I'm a competitive sports coordinator for UCLA, and I have a 1994 Dodge Viper. It was my childhood dream car, and it was always a goal/dream of mine to own a Dodge Viper. It suits me. It's not overly complicated in terms of the technology that it brings. It's uncompromising. It's, I guess, somewhat dangerous to be in, but the experience is like no other. It's like you're not in a car, you're like in a machine or an animal that's like taking you somewhere. I could not give a fuck else what someone thinks about my red convertible, because I love it, man.
Alright, now as a reminder, that clip of the owner was just for you viewers. The women did not get to see that clip, they only got to see the car itself. So, how did it do? Let's find out.
Woo! What's that?
This is such a unique car.
That's a hot day car. That is, you can go ahead and look, car.
Has a bubbly appearance.
Sexy ass.
I'm not feeling it.
I like the style. I think it's really cute.
This is cute.
I know guys don't want to use the word cute on their cars, but I like that it's a cute sporty car.
What is this?
My first thought is Mazda Miata.
The Viper?
Oh. Car people are screaming at me right now. I'm sorry I called a Viper a Miata. I'm sorry.
I'm in love with this little Viper guy. It's very cute.
Well, that's the coolest thing ever. It's a badass steak. I will bite you.
Oh wow, the inside's nice.
It does look older though.
Man, it feels like a cockpit. And that is one aggressive emergency brake.
The color reminds me of a toy car.
It almost seems like something that you would see in a video game. It doesn't quite look real.
It's like a super rare car. Like I don't feel like I've seen these on the road.
There is just something about it that is so unique. Ugh, it's a gorgeous car.
It looks fancy. It looks like it goes fast.
Wow, that is like the whole car.
It looks like a race car engine.
I mean, there's only so much I can say about the engine of a car. It is there and it's clean. Good for you.
What am I looking at? Is this a V8?
This car has a V10.
10.
Yeah.
Thought it had a little extra abs. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of gas.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like it.
All right, V10. I'm guessing this is one of the fastest, if not the fastest of the bunch.
You're exactly right. Makes about 400 horsepower. Does that impress you? How do you feel about that?
Brad, I have a question.
Sure, yes.
Why you need that much horsepower?
It goes super fast.
Why you gotta go that fast?
Why do people like roller coasters, you know?
That's the thing. I'm riding a roller coaster as like a thrill ride type of thing. I'm not riding a roller coaster every day.
But what if you could? What if every drive was like the fun and thrills of a roller coaster?
You're not gonna have that kind of open road. Like there's traffic, there are stoplights. The world is not made for this kind of driving. How are these street legal? Got piping coming from the side. Oh.
Like a lion growl.
Has like the popping noise, which is kind of fun. Yeah, it's start to think there's something promising to it, and it just kind of.
Well, it doesn't quite have that depth, but it still has that like, it's like every single bit of you is just vibrating with this engine. I love that.
It's right below the door? That's weird. Why is it below the door?
That it was just kind of cool and unusual. It's kind of a throwback to an older car called the Shelby Cobra, which had exhaust pipes that came out the side. But as you notice, there are some drawbacks to having your exhaust pipes on the side like this.
Avoid contacting this area. Hot exhaust.
Oh yeah, don't put your leg on that. Oh Jesus.
That's horrible. I don't want to get burned by my car. My car is supposed to be my safe space.
Is there a whole generation of people with like a specifically shaped ankle scar from that?
It seems like an unnecessary danger to have for aesthetic reasons. Like, honestly, that's like the last thing I notice when I'm looking at that car.
It'd be concerning because knowing me, I would have a couple drinks and forget about it and burn myself. It would leave a scar. Like, that's terrible.
You know, on a guy, it may not necessarily be noticed, like if they have leg hair, or there's a cool story behind it, and then you can tell people that you own a Viper. However, for ladies, because beauty is such a standard in society, we don't necessarily want to have a scar. A third-degree burn should never be part of a first date story.
That feels like something that they should have fixed. Like that was like, oops, our bad. We should not have made it like that.
You got the warning, Dana. What else you need? Pay attention. Be mindful.
Babe, it says right there, don't burn your dumb ankles.
I don't get it. Why people buy this?
I could see someone wanting a dangerous car like this because it's a relic of a bygone era. You could never do that now, whereas then it was just like, yeah, sure, that'll be fine. There's something a little admirable about that. It's just out there.
You know what? All I'm hearing is you just need to wear full leathers in this car, and I'm kind of into it.
I do not know where an airbag could go for the driver.
So not only is this car stupid fast, like the DeLorean we saw earlier, this car does not have those modern safety features like airbags or anti-lock brakes, even though those were becoming commonplace items by the time this car was made.
This car is more of a risk than herpes.
I mean, even if with a great driver and a confident driver, you don't know what's going to happen.
I think that it does heighten the experience. Like, it makes your adrenaline pump a little bit more. Like, if you were just tooling around town and having fun, like exploding to like 60 miles an hour or whatever, that's fine. But if you were going like 120 or plus, I would not feel comfortable.
Yeah, well, look, planes don't have airbags either, okay? So this is not a car for someone who cares about being safe, which is why I would probably not drive it. I would probably enjoy a joyride here and there, but no, this is a fighter pilot car. It's weird seeing the top on it. It's like, why even bother? The top on this car looks like an afterthought. It's like when you leave the house wearing a hat that you just shouldn't. Like, you don't look good wearing hats. Don't wear the hat.
What is that?
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
Don't tell me these are the windows, the side windows.
These are the side windows of the car.
Oh, hell no.
Everything about this car is highly inconsiderate. You can't roll down the windows.
Reminds me of a Jeep. The windows slide in, yeah.
And then put the dumb roof up. That's like a project.
This car is like an activity.
You do have to think about your day. Like, where am I going today with this car?
Well, the window looks very unattractive. It looks like cheap plastic that is not going to be fun to look through.
Brad, can you imagine we go to Taco Bell with this? Like, order in the window. Give me 1 second.
One more old school touch with this car. Unlike all the other cars I've shown you, this does not have air conditioning.
Oh my God, I am uncomfortable with that.
This car will burn you getting out of it. It'll burn you being in it.
I am not too bougie to admit that I need air conditioning.
If you're just stuck in traffic and it's a hot day, oh my goodness, everybody would smell and it would be terrible. We don't want to be stinky and we don't want to look melted and withered away when it's a hot day and there's no AC.
What I'm gathering about this vehicle is that you have to basically drive it as a convertible, and that's how it's intended to be driven, as a convertible. It's fun, but it just seems very impractical.
This is not designed to be a practical vehicle, and I have to appreciate it because this car is so self-aware. This is not pretending to be anything but a toy, and a dangerous toy at that, and it knows it, and I appreciate that.
Most impractical car I have ever known. And it's so sexy. I'm just like, why? Like, why? It's pissing me off.
Tell me who you imagine drives this car.
A ridiculous human being who has flagrant disregard for safety and just really likes that his car looks cool.
This seems like a guy who likes to play with his automobiles and have a lot of fun with it.
He has a very specific taste and he's happy, and that's all that matters.
This is a guy who is not self-conscious. I think he's very comfortable with himself and he doesn't mind being looked at.
This is a flashy boy. This is someone who's handsome and they know it.
Probably like a goofball in a good way, but also like someone that wants to have that release that this car can provide. He likes that aura of danger.
I feel like I don't understand this person on like a core fundamental level.
Maybe it feels like manly to like, you know, have control over something that's kind of like so dangerous, like a lion tamer, you know?
I hate it. I hate it. I would not get along with this person. Viper man, what are you doing with your life, sir? Get into therapy. You are worth more than this. Your life matters. You need to value yourself and your safety a little more than this car will ever treat you. Okay? Help is out there.
On to the rankings. After checking out all 10 cars and having no clue who the owners were, the women were asked, which car owner would you be the most interested in dating? They then ranked all the cars in order of their preference from first place to 10th. Here's how they each ranked this car.
I love the Viper and I love how it looks and drives, but there's a lot of things that can go wrong with this car.
This car is kind of like a bikini. You're kind of limited in some ways. You gotta keep good awareness of yourself so there's no slippage or wardrobe malfunctions, but you look good, and if you're having fun, hey, it's all about how you're enjoying your time.
Bottom of the list. It's loud and obnoxious in all of the ways that I don't care for.
The look is cool, but this is not feeling safe, and you park somewhere, you're gonna worry somebody breaking in. Why?
They're clearly prioritizing style and like the noise it makes over things like comfort and convenience, which a lot of my top choices do rank pretty high for.
So I really like the look of it, but I don't like that you can burn yourself. I don't like you don't have windows. Yeah, it's not very practical.
Dead last would be the Viper. You got a tiny trunk, you got no windows, no AC, no safety features, and you can burn yourself.
I think this is a dangerous car, but it's like that type of danger that I'm super attracted to, that I'm like, I know I shouldn't be all about this, but I totally am. It's like, I didn't know what I was getting into, and now I'm in love with you, and this is the coolest car ever, but it can hurt me really bad in so many different ways. I don't know about this.
If somebody pulls up, I'd be like, hell no, is that a 94 Viper? That thing's got no airbags, no anti-lock brakes, and it goes crazy, stupid fast, and will burn me? No. Who knew I was so crotchety? I'm gonna go yell at some kids to get off my lawn, and I don't even have a lawn.
Number 5, I picked the Dodge Viper. Here's the thing. 2 of my best guy friends, who are obnoxious douchebags, drive cars like this, and they are some of the loveliest, most sweet, fun people. This could be one of those guys that you just always want to have around because they're the life of the party, but they also take care of their friends. So I'm super curious.
Averaging all the women's rankings, and you get an average of 7.7. For now, that puts it, unfortunately, in last place. But Viper fans, take heart, because some of the ladies had this to say about the Viper as well.
So the person who I would most likely have a one-night stand with based on these cars is that Dodge, fast, super unsafe, could potentially really hurt me car.
As a one-night stand, I might be the Dodge Viper.
That Dodge Viper would be my pick. This is someone who is super flashy, likes to have fun, likes to go big. That it would be a night to remember, or a night that you couldn't remember because it was so bonkers. Those are the good ones. I don't know, it'd be fun, let's see.
And let's see how our final vehicle does in the next episode, because we've got a truck. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you can find out how it all ends. If you'd like to see more of this series, all available episodes are in this playlist link. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and leave a comment below. I love hearing your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.